So today, happy Valentine's Day, if you're watching this on Valentine's Day. I was sort of getting these insights to work the heart through the crown and through the base chakra, because we've done a lot of work with the base chakra. There's other meditations that you can look up on the channel if you want to work some more with the base chakra, but we haven't done a ton with the crown. We've done a lot with the heart. So I thought we'd spend a tiny bit more time on the crown. So Archangel, if you're into the archangels, Jophiel is the one that oversees the space of the crown. And she's also the angel to call on when you want to clear your space, like if you're doing a house cleaning or a feng shui or something where you just want to clear the space. So she's going to help us clear our brain space, our crown space today. And here is one artist's rendition of the fifth dimensional crown chakra and how it spins and looks energetically. And one of the animals that's associated with the crown chakra is the giraffe. I don't know if you can see on here. I'm trying to find a place to focus it there. And he's got a geometric shape around him that is spinning. It's kind of similar to this. The two people, these are Diana Cooper and, oh my God, I'm forgetting the guy's name that did these cards. You know, once you hit 60, the names kind of went away from me for some reason. But I'll think of it in a minute. And another interpretation of that is that we're shifting into the fifth dimension where we need to remember all these things. So we remember what's important. So let's begin. So I'm first just getting the giraffe is coming very strongly into my consciousness. So I was going to start with the base chakra, which I usually do. But the giraffe is kind of very strongly kind of putting a picture into my head to begin there, to begin from the higher perspective. So let's do. So first, just breathing. We practiced last week breathing into the third eye. So let's just take it a little bit higher from our nose, nostrils, bringing it all the way up on the inhale into the crown chakra, just to give it some physical breath, some life force to begin with. So the inhale, as you draw the air in, brings it up to the top of the head. And the exhale releases it back out through the nostrils. So just keep it simple like that. Just taking a moment to really be present with the breath, to follow the inhale all the way in and follow the exhale all the way out. Make that your primary focus, regardless of what other thoughts are going on in your head or sensations in your body. Make the breath feeding the crown chakra the main focus. David Essery is the guy who does the artwork with these chakra cards. And often that is true about the memory. The giraffe is saying that's often true about the memory, and the higher the crown chakra is, once you slow down, what you need to know comes to you. So that was a little demonstration of that. And now let's focus on the sensation of the top of your head as you breathe. And it may feel like a swirling sensation. In the fifth dimension, the crown chakra shows up pretty clear with some yellow on the edges. And sometimes I see it spinning, which I kind of do right now, but sometimes it's like a lotus. It's a 1,000-petal lotus that opens up, each little petal tuned in to receiving light from the source. So let those petals open, let that energy spin, however it comes to you. Maybe just the colors get a little brighter. And if you have another color that's associated with the crown, that's fine. And then we're going to receive the energy from source. And how this has been presented to me in meditations that I have been listening to. Diana Cooper and Tim Wilde are people that I follow, is that there's 7 suns in a circle, and in the middle is what's called Helios, or the central sun. And that's a visual that they give for source energy. If that works for you, place that 7 suns up above, however high you want it to go. And then the main sun, the source. And since Venus is the planet associated with the heart, we're going to have that energy come through, since it's Valentine's Day and we're going to eventually get to the heart. We're going to add a little bit as that energy comes down from the central sun and the 7 suns surrounding it. It goes through Venus, and then it comes into each of those little lotus petals in the crown, or it comes into the center of the crown and spins around. So now as you inhale, bring that energy, or just ask that energy from source to come down and to infuse into the crown. So that, like the giraffe, we can begin to see, let go of the past, let go of anything that is crowding our brain, and begin to open to the higher perspective. So invite that higher perspective into your crown chakra. And we'll invite Jophiel along with the giraffe. One of the giraffe's missions on Earth is to clear up the higher branches, the higher debris that's in the trees. So the giraffe will ask for Jophiel to begin to clear the space of any old past way of thinking, anybody else's energy that's crowding our brain, anything from our ancestors, our DNA, that might tend to keep us in a lower perspective. We're going to clear that out, whatever that is. You may know, or you may just ask for it to be cleared. I'm kind of seeing like a little hose that Jophiel has that is spraying around in that chakra. So allow the water, the element of water, to come in to help clear that space. Right now, it also appears to be like a fountain that is receiving and reflecting that source light from the central sun, the seven suns. Just a few more breaths, receiving, clearing, receiving the source light, letting it clear out the debris. And just like a channel into the heart, we're going to bring that higher perspective from the crown, from source. I'm seeing it sort of like it's like a tornado of light that's not moving. It's sort of opening up like a funnel. It reaches out high up above your head and into your head, and then it comes and it's very, very focused, and then it comes and comes to a point in your heart. You may be visualizing something different, but that's how I see it right now. Just allowing it to kind of continue in that swirling motion down into the area of the heart. So just breathe that in for the next 3 or 4 breaths, 5 breaths. Allowing that light to pinpoint in the heart. And the giraffe is reminding us that our 4 hooves are on the ground, so we're nice and grounded when we receive this light into the heart. The giraffe is taking care of the groundedness, the solidness. And then Jophiel, in this water, this fountain, we're going to let the base of the fountain per se be in the heart now. And it's going to reach up through to the top of the head and spill out all around us. So we're receiving the light into the heart. It swirls around and shifts into the water in the fountain, shoots back up through the top of the head and out and around us. So the inhale brings the light down, and the exhale shoots it up, out, and around. And it can be a fountain of water, it can be a lake, it can be an ocean. And just continue to let that water cleanse your aura per se. Cleanse the space around you. You could clear, very, very clear. I'm seeing little helpers come in with squeegees, kind of like when you're getting your windows cleaned. Just making it clearer. So it's a very bright light, but it's very clear from the higher perspective that surrounds us. And we see through now this higher perspective. We feel through this higher perspective. All our senses are engaged and cleansed from this higher perspective. Then we'll invite the water to come down into our grounding cord. So that the water surrounds us, and then it goes into the Earth Star chakra, which is 3 feet below your feet or your sit bones, whatever is touching the ground. Touching whatever you're sitting on is 3 feet below the ground. So we'll let the water come now into the grounding cord and swirl around and cleanse that connection, and keep swirling until it comes to the center of the earth. And then we'll spread this higher perspective into the waters of the earth. So I've talked about this many times, or mentioned this many times in meditations. Becoming an ambassador for light is our higher purpose, like the ultimate higher purpose. So we're being this ambassador of light through the element of water to bring it to the center of the earth. And she does the same for us. But right now we're just focusing on our role as this ambassador. So it begins from source, the 7 suns, the central sun coming through the crown, through the heart, and all the way down now to the center of the earth. And I see it as the element of water. Something else might come up for you. And then we're going to add the waters of the earth, which have very, very much the ocean waters, especially. This is why we feel so good when we're around the ocean. They contain the essence of, we worked with this last week, the compassionate, Christ-like, however you want to say that, energy. So we're going to bring that up into the equation and bring that up through our grounding cord from the waters of the earth, up through our central channel, up into our crown, and then the waters of the earth will spill around us and add to the clarity of this aura. Give it a grounded, compassionate vision that we see, that we feel, that we know, that we hear, even when words may be tinted with something that seems otherwise. It gives us the ability to hear what's below it. It's usually an illusion. So it helps us wipe away the illusion from the words so that we know what the truth is. And then, since one more Valentine's Day gift to ourselves from our heart, we're going to bring the light from above, the water from below into our heart with the inhale, and then spread that energy out, make that a little bit stronger in that aura. The compassion of the waters infused into our heart, the wisdom of source. And then with each exhale, we breathe that out into the world. Our higher perspective with each breath comes into our heart and then out into the world. And then after the next couple breaths, we're going to open our eyes, just affirming that this vision is going to follow us through our day, through our week, through our entire life. And And if we lose this vision, we get caught up in the illusions, caught up in fear. Just remember to make this connection. It can be as simple as center of the earth, the source, center above, into our heart, and breathe it in and exhale it. So make this resolve, if you want it, to help clear the space of the earth around you with this energy that we've surrounded ourselves with. And then touch your heart. Give yourself a little Valentine's love. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. And have a wonderful, wonderful day and week. Namaste.